This is an older home in the Midwest, built in 1880. The original structure is probably the 2 stories that we see on the left. And then in addition here on the right, it's now a 2-family. And none of the attics were accessible. So we're going to see in a little bit how we access those attics and what we plan to do to insulate them. Well, we're in the 2nd story of this 1880 duplex. And you can see it has the slanted ceilings. And we had to make an access hole up into the attic space. There was a little bit of water damage from a chimney leak, and so it was as good a place as any. And I'm not sure we're going to be able to see the best, but once we're up here, looks like you can see there's about a 12-foot area over there, and then another 10 to 12 foot area over here. Max height is about 3 feet, 2x4 ceiling joists. We've got a stack and then another vent in the back corner there that will need to be sealed. You can see down these 45-degree angle stud cavities. We'll need to pack those from the top. They go down about 3 or 4 feet. You may hear the rumbling. They're dense packing the sidewalls right now, and those are not continuous, even though this is balloon construction. Those are not continuous with this attic space. So the only way to get up here and the only way to insulate was to do what we're doing right now. One question we haven't answered yet. This would be the front of the house, and you can see the wall studs protruding up vertically. We imagine that is going to give us an open cavity to go straight down to the foundation. So ultimately we'll be dense packing from up here. It's tight, but it beats drilling holes in the siding, removing the siding and drilling holes and dense packing from out there. Here we had a closet. We're in the front bedroom, and if we go into this closet, you can see that we've made an access hole. Kind of crude. We've made an access hole into the attic space above the single story unit. And we see right away knob and tube wiring. And while the whole house is wired with knob and tube, it was rewired, and none of it was actually live or existing except for this right here. So we had to run new Romex up. We're bypassing all this knob and tube. It is not live anymore. We can blow our insulation right over it. There are some interesting things to see. First of all, here's a wall cavity and hollow all the way down to the foundation. So this very cold attic was abutted adjacent up to this interior wall, and whatever temperature it was outside, that air was going down into that cavity. More of a problem, more interesting, is that we have an interior wall right here. You can see all these wall studs. They're turned sideways, sticking up. And if we just take a look over here, for example, again, this is an interior wall. These are wall studs turned sideways. We can see all the way down to the foundation. And so as cold as it was outside was as cold as it was in this attic, and that cold air was falling down in between the studs of the interior walls, and obviously a lot of warmth was going through those walls and rising up out of this attic. We have the exact same thing at the very end. Again, you can see your wall studs coming up, and those are all open cavities, so we'll be dense packing that whole side of the house from the attic.